Welcome to another edition of Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I'm your boy, Professional Sutton.
And I'm your boy, Chris G.
Yeah, we're going to jump into the NFL. It's been a good one. I mean, we got some undefeated teams. We got the Patriots, we got the Panthers, and we got the Bengals. Fuck the Bengals. The freaking Bengals are undefeated.
Listen, they will show their color at some point.
Yo, they will. Like they mostly do, but they looking good. They are looking good. If they can make it past the second round in the playoffs, then we could talk. But I'm not gonna waste my time.
I'm withholding judgment until they win a playoff game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time. So let's talk about something else. Let's talk about Cam Newton, man.
Yo,
what do you think, man?
All right, listen. First of all, let me preference my statement by saying he is my fantasy quarterback. Okay. So I'm loving it. All right. I'm loving it because he gave me 4 touchdowns last week. I still lost, but that's another thing in itself. Yeah. Cam has shown me, Cam has taken the proper progressions of a quarterback.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Because he came in, he's just a runner.
Cam.
And then it was, but he can't sit in the pocket and pass.
Oh, Cam.
He's not a good enough offensive player to lead his team.
Cammy jam with me now.
And he's all of those things now. He is, listen, besides Greg Olsen.
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't have a comparable wide receiver on that squad.
And it was so funny because I was watching His and Hers and they were making it wasn't His and Hers. It was, I think it was SportsCenter. And they was making that comparison. Well, do you think he'll be good if he was on the New York Giants? Yeah. He doesn't have anybody. And his big threat receiver is gone for the season.
Kelvin Benjamin's gone. They let Steve Smith go to Baltimore.
Exactly.
They, you got people like Philly Brown.
And they got Tober in the backfield, right?
You got Tober and Stewart. Stewart's the starting running back. Even though Stewart's no slouch. Please don't get me wrong. Stewart is a comparable back. He's got, Ted Ginn. Mm-hmm. Listen, I love Buckeyes, but he dropped a walk-off home run touchdown pass from Cam Newton when they were playing Indianapolis in that overtime game. And I said, inexcusable.
But you know what
inexcusable.
But you know what I love about Ted Ginn, though? Ted Ginn is
he fast? He fast.
You know what? But Ted Ginn always find a way to make up for it on special teams. Like I said, he's
a great special team talent.
He's not going to be the premier wide receiver anymore, but he always find a way to make it up for you. He might not score, but he's going to get you in that position to score. You know what I mean? So when you talk about, like one of the best special team guys, he is that on paper. His numbers speaks for itself. Like I said, even when he was with the Niners, even when he was with the Dolphins, he's going to get you those return yards that you need so you can score. And that's what I like about, Ted Ginn. But I think that Carolina has found out what they need to do. Coach Rivera's like, listen, this is what we're going to do. Defense win championships, and they have a great defense.
They have a great defense. They have a great defense, and I'm not surprised at who they've beaten. Maybe other than Green Bay, because I thought they would lose to Green Bay, but
yeah, me too.
Other than Green Bay, they haven't. It's not been a surprise that they've beaten the teams that they've beaten. You know what I mean? So they got a big matchup coming up soon with Atlanta, who has disappointed me. Listen, I'm a Niner fan. Yeah. You're a Niner fan. Atlanta not supposed to lose that game.
No.
By one point, first of all, they did 2 bad things. They got beat by Blaine Gabbert. Mm-hmm. That's your first bad thing. They haven't won a game since 2012. And then the second bad thing they did is 3 minutes left. You're down 4. You're down 4 and you got the Niners backed up and you're going in for a touchdown. It's 4th and 1. It's 3 minutes left. You might not get the ball back. Mm-hmm. They kick, instead of going for it on 4th and 1, they kick a field goal. They're only down 1. They never get the ball back. Mm-hmm. They never get, I'm just saying, if you go for it on 4th and 1 and you don't get it, they now have the ball on their 1 yard line. They have to be conservative as hell. Yeah. They have to be. Maybe your defense pulls something out their ass and you get, a return. You don't know what can happen, but if you don't get it, you got them and you force them to have to run the ball 3 times and you still got the 2-minute warning and you still got 3 timeouts. Mm-hmm. Instead of kicking a field goal, letting them get it at the 20 and have their whole playbook open to keep the ball away from you. That was just bad coaching. I know Dan Quinn is a new coach. To me, that was just bad coaching. But let's get off of them and get back to the undefeated teams.
So looking at the schedule, for the Panthers, who they have left, they got the Titans, Redskins, Cowboys, Saints, Falcons, Giants, Falcons again, and then they got the Buccaneers. Who do you think, with this stretch, who do you think they'll lose to?
They shouldn't lose to anybody. They should go undefeated.
They got 8 games left. So you think that they're gonna go 8-0?
Absolutely not. But I'm saying, in theory, they're better. They're much better than every team you just named off. They're much better.
They're going to finish 6-2. They're going to lose to the Saints and to the Falcons. Watch. They just always play them tough.
You know what I think? I think they're going to lose to the Bucks.
At the end,
I think they're going to lose to the Bucks
because they're going to sit out their starters, like most teams in that position.
Well, they still got to play the Bucks twice, right?
Not just
once. I think they're going to lose to the Bucks, and I think they will lose to the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they'll lose to Atlanta at all. Mm-hmm. Maybe they might lose to the Giants. Where's that game at?
That's in New York.
They might lose to the Giants
because they got 3 away game stretch. No, I'm sorry, 2. So yeah, it is definitely.
They might lose to the Giants. But in theory, they shouldn't lose to anybody because they're much better than all those teams. Yeah. Now let's move on to your beloved Patriots.
Yes. Listen. Look. Speaking of beloved, look at the helmet. I'm not a Patriots fan by no means. Shout out to
you. You sometimes you got this undercover love for the Patriots that I just despise.
You know what?
I despise it.
Shout out to Rich London. We was talking on Facebook. He's a Midgets fan. I can't say it on air. But it's not that I love them, but I just love the way they play, man. Cause they're so consistent. They're the team that we're going to talk about on ESPN 20 years later when they do the big documentary. And I'm going to be able to say I was there. I remember when they were on that 12-year, crazy dynasty streak. I love how they play. They don't talk junk. They just play ball. I don't understand how you hate them.
You know what I hate?
They're not in your division.
You know what I hate about the Patriots?
How?
I hate. And ever since, I've been in athletics and sports and everything like that, if you a scrub, be a scrub. Yeah. And I feel like they got a team full of scrubs, except for 1 or 2 players. They got a team full of scrubs and they make these scrubs stars, and it literally drives me crazy. Why? Listen, I don't want to knock Julian Edelman, but Julian Edelman should not be a star. Kudos to him. He's made a great career for himself. But if Julian Edelman was in another system on another team, he would be a bum. Why is he a star? And it drives me crazy.
But that's what I love about their Patriots, because they got some magic juice or something.
I hate it. I hate that magic juice.
They got the beans. You could be a nobody and they'll make you something. Look at LaFell. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, why is LeGarrette Blount relevant? Why is he relevant? Exactly. Why was you can see what Stephen Ridley and Shane Vereen and Ben Jarvis Green Ellis, when they leave, they're bums. Or Matt Castle, bums. Exactly. Or before they get there, Wes Welker, before he got there, bum. I don't know what they do. I just hate it. And then, not only do I hate that, because I could go on a rant about my hate for the Patriots for a long time. Bill Belichick is the most smug, egotistic.
No, not Bill.
Bill just thinks, Bill wakes up in the morning saying this shit don't stink. Okay? And Bill drives me crazy. I don't like, he's a cheater. All right? He is a bona fide cheater. All right? Then let me go to Mr. Terrific. Let me go to Tom Terrific for a second.
You can't be mad at Tom.
I can be mad at Tom Brady. Overrated.
And we let him go. Okay?
Listen.
We let him go.
If Tom Brady was my quarterback, maybe I feel differently. But everybody always give him credit for how many rings he's gotten.
4.
3 of them was at least all defense. And I don't care what anybody says. 3 of them was all defense.
He got him.
I hate him.
He got him. And I don't.
Next subject.
I don't know how you can hate him. But shout out to the Patriots. They're gonna be in the Super Bowl this year. Anywho,
what other undefeated team we missing?
That's it.
Well, we did the Bengals.
Yeah.
We did the Panthers.
Yep.
We did the Patriots.
Yep.
It's one more.
Who? Nobody is undefeated anymore.
Oh, that's right. Broncos was the fourth. And the Broncos.
Peyton Manning looking like his age. He needs
You know
to stop.
what? No. Let me tell you something. Peyton didn't look great that game. He had great moments and he had some bad moments in that game. That defense, if they're winning, like something that we talked about in the podcast in the beginning of the year, of football season, I mean, if they're winning, it's going to be off the backbone of that defense. That defense let lacerated kidney Andrew Luck dice them. T.Y. Hilton, Dante Moncrief, Frank Gore hopped in the time machine. They just ate Denver defense up. It was embarrassing to watch. It was embarrassing because I root for Peyton, obviously, but I definitely root for him against Indy because I felt that they pushed him out.
Yeah, but you know what was even better though? Like it was like a surreal moment because he goes back to Indy to get the passing record and he's 2 yards short.
3 yards short. He throws a touchdown. He throws an interception on his first pass when they get the ball back when he's 3 yards short.
Yeah.
That's with 6 minutes left in the game. The defense supposed to get you the ball back. Now, granted, listen, it was a phenomenal play by the DB who broke on Demaryius Thomas.
Yes.
And Demaryius Thomas is not supposed to let that happen. And Demaryius Thomas actually this year has not been playing, like a man who just signed that big contract in the offseason. He's dropped a lot of balls. He's ran a lot of routes. Not great. Listen, it was a little bit of both of their fault for that interception, but your defense, who you built that squad on, they're supposed to get you that ball back. Yes. And they could not. I mean, they just let Frank Gore get first down after first. Like, at one point, I want to say they even had him on a 3rd and a 16 and they let him get, like, you're supposed to stop that.
But you know what? But like I said, like the irony of it is, like you said, Peyton was supposed to come back to Indy, get that record in Indy where it all started against a terrible Colts team. And it's terrible
Colts team.
It's like, they just found a way to just win. It's
but
like,
I mean, listen, I never thought, here's the thing, right? Cause I was surprised at how much they beat Green Bay. I mean, they really just took them out to the shed and whooped them. Yeah. But what I do think is that they got to play Cincy next week. Mm-hmm. And then I think back to back, I think they got to play Cincy, then New England. Mm. I think they got to do that back to back. Now I think they might both be at home, and I do like Denver at home. But we're going to see where they're at, man, when they play the Patriots and Cincy. I mean, I still think the Broncos are on course to do everything that I thought they were going to do. The AFC Championship game, see where it goes from there.
It's going to be interesting. But, we just want to touch on the subject, and I just think it's funny. I mean, being a 49ers fan, we are losing, but when you see the damn Cowboys and, what they're doing, and it looks horrible. It looks horrible. You got Des Bryant, who's on his 10-minute tirade. So what? We don't care. I mean, I did not think that the train will derail this fast. And they looking horrible, man. I mean, they are looking horrible by the minute. Like, I can't even watch them no more.
Well, you know what? Terrible. I think it shows a couple things. It shows, as much as people bang on Tony Romo, of how much they need Tony Romo, because they don't have anything without him. They just granted, listen, if they had any quarterback worth anything, they'd be all right. But I mean, the quarterbacks that they do have are just straight garbage. Yo, I mean, straight garbage.
I would never say this. I thought I would never say this, and we're going to wrap it up. But the Dallas Cowboys need Tony Romo.
They do. Wow. They do.
I did not think that this would happen. I thought Matt Castle was going to come in here.
I never did.
He was going to do his thing.
I never thought he would. I thought they were in trouble still.
Better than this. I thought he'll keep him in the game, but this looks horrible. This is the debacle. This is like, what the hell's going on? Jerry Jones, he's like 2 seconds away from having a heart attack.
And the thing is, they've been in the games. Mm-hmm. They lost to Seattle by 1. Mm-hmm. They lost to the Giants by what? 4? Yeah. 3 or 4?
Yeah. But we're going to keep updated.
We can talk about this.
We can talk about the other day, but hey, you know what? We're going to see. That's another edition to the podcast. I can't even remember what the damn name is. Don't Shoot the Messenger.